Hi, my name is Amy. Thank you very much for watching, and let's make some bad financial decisions together. This is for entertainment purposes only, so if you're entertained, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So while we're waiting for the Group D Wednesday distribution announcement, I thought that it would be nice for us to go over the ULTY holdings that are so far this month. And I did ask ChatGPT to give me a unique list of things, and then I asked Perplexity to tell me what are these companies anyways, because I have not heard about some of these. For example, ASD Space Mobile, apparently they're trying to it's space related, but it's also to create the global cellular broadband network. So, and then C3AI I've heard of, and it's something that I would like to invest in someday. But right now I'm focusing on surviving. So then there's Coinbase, and then CoreWeave, which is an AI cloud computing company. Dollar General, which we've all heard of, which, I mean, if there's a recession, a lot of people are probably going to wind up shopping at places like that. Then there's TNA, which is the 3X small caps, which they were supposed to have a better year than they're having, but it is what it is. First Solar, I really like investing in solar companies. I appreciate that. FTIA, Perplexity had no idea, but apparently they do aviation infrastructure and leasing. KKR is also something that it had trouble with, but I think it's a REIT. It does real estate stuff. MongoDB I've used, and I appreciate them. I always think about how when they IPO'd, I was like, oh, should I invest in it? And my coworkers were like, no. And I could have been a Mongo millionaire, but that's definitely something I would invest in. Palantir, I am invested in it through PLTY. Procore is a cloud-based construction management software, which I've never heard of them before, but that seems really interesting. So the risk for this one is that because it is, I mean, it's a software for construction, so there is some competition for it, but it's transforming the space, so that's interesting. Roblox, I was like, oh, I always think about that, like, computer game, but it actually is the computer game. So, but it is very popular. Rumble, Rumble, it's a video sharing platform. So I have not used it before, but maybe I should check it out. And then Sentinel One, and it's a cybersecurity company, which is always a good thing to have. Solar Edge Technologies, I do really, like I said before, I like solar. I think that whether you believe in global warming or not, that it is the next thing, and that as the technology improves, that it'll get cheaper to produce and more efficient, and anything for cleaner energy, honestly. Spotify, which I don't really have an account, but at least I think I have a free account that I don't use. SMCI, which they had their accounting thing last year, but they're still an AI cloud computing powerhouse. Toast, which I've covered before, it's a restaurant management software. It seems pretty nice for what it is. And then we've got Trade Desk. So I think I don't look at any of these and go like, no, don't invest in this. What are you thinking, fund managers? I actually do like the majority of these, and I've actually heard of them. So I was actually going through the ULTY holdings, but I got alerted that there is a front end conference, a virtual one, and so I'm doing that, and we're on a 15-minute break. So I have 3 more to do, but it looks like a lot of these have an over 100% yield, but we do have a few that are a lower implied volatility, which when you have a properly diversified holding an ETF, there will have to be some that have less implied volatility. That way, the entire fund doesn't throw up all over itself. Now, am I investing in ULTY? No, I got out of it. Am I interested in that? And I think it's interesting that now that the fund is doing better, people are more excited about it. I still have the opinion, and it might be wrong, but for ULTY, the stars pretty much have to align for it to do well. And it's kind of a fragile ETF. So in the next down market, it's going to get hit really hard. And so for me right now, my risk tolerance is not high enough for ULTY. But I would look at the individual holdings like C3AI. It's only a $25 stock. And I can get a pretty high premium for it. So maybe I'll sell puts on it just to diversify out of entirely my entire dividend wheel being strategy related, because having my entire portfolio, all of my options that I'm doing based off of just strategy is probably a terrible idea. And this isn't 100% like everything they need to do, but the fund managers at YieldMax do vet the holdings that they have. So this is probably a good place to start if I'm looking for things to sell my own puts on. And no, I don't think I'm going to do better than ULTY. Those fund managers kind of know what they're doing. So, and a lot of these, looking at the prices, like they're $100, they're more than $50. Like I don't want to spend $6,000 on a throwaway bet. MSTU is still basically the best. It's like an $8 stock. $800 on a single bet is just not that bad, honestly, if we're going to be gambling. But in case you're wondering what I've been doing now that I don't have a job, yesterday I spent 6 hours and I did a coding challenge for an interview. And I would bring it up, but it takes too long. But I did a mock-up on what I was going to do. And then this is what I wound up doing. So like you click on it and it's a modal. And so this would probably be, since I'm showing it here, the first time I've ever been paid to do anything for my interview. But yes, I did spend 6 hours yesterday just banging it out and doing it. And this was interesting because it was on Laravel and Vue.js, and I really love to use Vue.js. YieldMite is built on Vue.js, but I have not worked in Laravel. It was when I was very first starting to learn how to program. It was my first MVC framework, so I have not programmed in it since then. So I'm proud of myself that I was able to get the backend running with using Redis and everything. So whether I get hired for this or not, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And then the Udemy course that I've been taking, which I am intensely trying to get through before June 10th, because that's when my access gets kicked out. And like, I know like I could just pay for the course or pay for the subscription for Udemy. I'm going to have to figure it out once I get kicked out. So I'm not going to make it through this whole course. Like the second section is 6 hours long. The third section is 6 hours long. And I'm only halfway through the second section. And there's like 9 sections. So we're not going to make it through. But this is what I've been working on. Honestly, like if I'm going to be unemployed or self-employed, I want to be able to do little 2D games that don't matter. Okay? In my free time. And, you know, if I'm going to have a bunch of free time, I want to be able to create things. So, yes, I am intensely trying to figure out or learning how to do 2D games because I've been saying for a long time that I would like to do this. And now that I have the time and the resources and the ability, that I should probably go ahead and do the things that I want, while I'm figuring out if I'm pretty sure I'm going to have enough money in order to survive to just be self-employed. So, and then for financial philharmonics, I forgot to go over this yesterday, but this is a stray thought that I had the other day when I'm trying to figure out and moving things around. And I was like, did you just raid your 401k so that you can make AI songs all day? And that's the entirety of the song. And no, I didn't raid my 401k. I raided my IRA. Anyways, and then it's the next damn thing, because it seems like whenever I get a handle on anything, something else crops up. So it's like a pop dance song, and it's a pop funk song, and I think you would enjoy it. So please check it out. It's the FrontendNation that I'm going to today. It's a virtual conference, and it's because AI is the newest thing. I've been learning about AI and MCPs, and it's a 3-day conference, and it's from 9 in the morning until 4 p.m. at night. And they have a workshop on Wednesday or Thursday, and they're going to walk us through implementing some AI things. So this is a really cool free conference, and it's making me realize I used to have plans of actually starting to do lectures at conferences, because they actually pay you to do conference speaking. And these things are just so motivational, and it's like, if I still had my Booz Allen job, I wouldn't be able to go to this today, because I have so many meetings. And even though they say that you can do training, it's just, when you're employed, you can't just say like, oh, I just got DM'd on a Discord server that there's a free front end conference that I forgot about, and I'm gonna take today off. So I'm just really glad that I'm finding things to do. But yeah, I'll let you all know how the conference goes, and hopefully we have a good time with the distribution tomorrow, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.